Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Brainstorm, our mini series on the CAPS SOU YouTube channel. I'm very excited today to have my team, or the team for the mental health support peers, here with me today to talk about our program. Um, Once again, my name is Tyler Tatton. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I am a mental health support peer for um, working with counseling and psychological services at Southern Utah University. And um, we just want to give some reminders like we do at the beginning of each of our videos. If you haven't seen our other videos, check them out. And also any opinions that are expressed during any of our videos are the opinions of the individual, not necessarily the official stance taken by SUU Counseling Psychological Services or SUU as a whole. We also want to mention that we are going to be including links to resources in the description for this video. These videos are not meant to be the sole source of mental health aid that people access. If you are currently meeting with a therapist or a counselor, please continue to do so. These by no means replace that. This is just meant to give you some resources to supplement whatever you're already doing, because we know you're doing something. You may not know what you're doing, but you are doing something to take care of yourself, and we're just trying to give you more resources. Um, so yeah, so excited today to have the whole mental health support peer team together, and we're going to introduce ourselves and introduce our program. So I'll start the introductions off. Like I said before, my name is Tyler Tatton. My pronouns are he, him, his. I am a mental health support peer, and I have had my position for I've done it for 3 full semesters so far, and I'm on my 4th semester, so about a year and a half in this position.
I'm Karina. I use she, her, hers pronouns. I'm also one of the mental health support peers, and I have also been in this position for about a year and a half.
My name is Victor Carvajal Lopez. I use he, they pronouns, and I am also a mental health support peer. And this is my second semester in this position.
Hi, I'm Andrea Donovan, she, her, hers, and I work at Counseling and Psychological Services, where I'm a licensed clinical social worker, and I get to be on this amazing team.
I'm Jessie Minear, she, her, hers, and I am SU's Health and Wellness Coordinator, and I've been in this position for about 6 weeks.
Yeah, Jess is the newest addition to the team. We're very grateful to have her. And we want to do a quick shout out to a former member of our team, the former Health and Wellness Coordinator, Riley Reynolds. She only left SUU a few weeks ago, but she was an instrumental part of our team, and want to give her a little shout out. But we are very grateful to have Jessie as a part of our team now, and we'll keep going and keep expanding on this program that's been developed. So to start with our introduction of the program, I'm actually going to read our mission statement. This can be found on our website. It's su.edu/caps/peers. You can find that yourself, and we'll also include a link to it as well. This is our mission statement. Southern Utah University Counseling and Psychological Services mental health support peers are skill and tool-trained psychology seniors at Southern Utah University, working under the leadership of the clinical staff at SU CAPS and the mentorship of the SUU Psychology Department. Mental health support peers work alongside students experiencing mental health challenges. Peer mentors support students through group and individual outreach in order to teach and transfer mental wellness skills in the service of connecting students with clinical supports / therapeutic alliance. SU CAPS peers, mental health support workers, also refer students to campus and community wellness resources, and lead and deliver outreach education on student mental wellness. The mental health support peers work from the SEU Health and Wellness Center and collaborate with interdisciplinary cross-campus mental wellness, student affairs, and academic teams to provide students with wraparound and intersected opportunities for success and belonging at Southern Utah University. So that's our mission statement, and it pretty well covers a lot of the stuff that we do. We are meant to be an extra resource on campus to help students in their mental wellness. And like it said, we work out of the Health and Wellness Center, which is located right next to the radio station in the student center. And we try to keep one of the peers there most of the time during the day. We can't always be there because we're still students and we have work to do with school. But we try to have one of us there at all times, or as much of the day as possible. And then Jesse is always there as well. And we're there for any students who come and walk in and need somebody to talk to, or as well as we will set up times to meet with specific students one-on-one. And a lot of what we do is based around sharing skills that we've found to be helpful for getting through this crazy thing we call college and life. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the other stuff we do, but a lot of what we've worked with so far has been referrals from CAPS itself or from professors on campus. And then we do have self-referrals as well. So if you want someone to introduce you to us, go ahead and reach out to someone. A lot of campus departments are becoming more aware of us and they can help make that referral, or you can come in yourself. We're happy to talk with anybody. But now we're gonna shift gears a little bit and talk about some of the other programs that we do. And so go ahead, Karina.
Okay. So, sorry, I'm getting my notes all jumbled here. One of the things that the peers has gotten to do in the past that we really loved was co-facilitating a navigating distress skills group. And that was a 3-week long group where it was about an hour, and there were different activities and tips and different coping skills that we could give to students to hopefully help them navigate their distress in an effective way. And unfortunately, because of COVID, we're not doing that right now, but all 3 of us have been trained in giving that group. And so if that's something that any of you are interested in learning more about, we all have the practice and the knowledge there, so we can hopefully be able to transfer those skills on a one-to-one basis. And hopefully that's something that in future semesters the peers will be able to continue to do. Do you want me to talk about all the stuff that I do right now, Tyler, or are we breaking that up?
We'll come back to that. Thanks, Karina.
Mm-hmm.
So Victor, if you wanted to talk about some of the outreach stuff we do.
Yes, we, like Tyler had said in our mission statement, we do some interdepartmental work. So we work with Disability Resource Center, the ACEs, Center for Diversity and Inclusion, and then we have different clubs on campus that come and interact with us, students that we are able to reach out with through our events. And we are going to be starting another tabling project soon to kind of get more outreach and inform students about different mental health challenges that they can face and different coping mechanisms and techniques to help overcome them. Through our tabling of Friday's mental health focus, where we will be showing different information, talking about these videos specifically, making sure that we're just spreading and sharing knowledge on how to overcome mental health challenges that all students experience. And yeah, we also do some outreach for CAPS as well. and that goes for any sort of groups. Referrals as well can be done, and there's just various different ways to be able to get involved with us as well as participate, kind of come and talk to us, and just better ways to have a healthier or have a complete mental health wellness support system with you here at SUU.
Yeah, thank you, Victor. Well, like you said, we do outreach for CAPS, and so we advocate a lot for people to use CAPS as a resource because they are a great resource, and we advocate for other resources on campus as well, because we know about a lot of the other teams. We know about the ACEs. We make referrals to lots of other places around campus, academic advisors. If there's something that we don't know how to help you with, we probably know somebody who does, and we'll refer you to those people. So if you have a question about anything, stop by, ask us. We'll figure it out with you. If we don't know the answer, we'll work with you to figure out the answer. But something I forgot to mention when I was talking about meeting with students one-on-one is, while Victor, Karina, and I have been trained extensively by CAPS, we are not therapists. And so there are limitations with that. We try to keep anything that you divulge as confidential as possible, but there's limits to that. We are mandated reporters under Title IX, and so, but we are happy to talk with you about anything. But just know that there are some limits to that confidentiality. And one of the big reasons that this program was started is because there's such a need for people who are able to talk about mental health problems and issues. And CAPS, as amazing as they are, there's only so many of them, and there's so many students who need someone to talk to. And so this is one of the resources that we recommend for students while they're waiting to get into CAPS, because CAPS, they do have a wait list a lot of the time for one-on-one sessions, and we advocate for the groups because they're a faster way to get in with CAPS, but even that has its limits as well. So this is a great resource for while you're waiting to get in with the CAPS resources. But now we're going to shift gears a little bit again. I feel like I'm talking so much. But each of the peers is going to talk, well, actually each of the team is going to talk about what we do more individually. So for me personally, a lot of the work that I've done with students is talking about stress management and emotion regulation skills. So I've done a lot of work with students on managing anxiety through grounding techniques, as well as identifying stressors that they are dealing with and problem solving around each of those things that are causing them significant distress. I've started the Brainstorm series. I've worked very closely with Chelsea Gambles, one of the counselors at CAPS. She's incredible. And we have worked on 2 projects together very extensively. And one of them is starting these mental health videos that we decided to title Brainstorm because it just sounds cool. Because we're talking about brains and we're Thunderbirds. So it's just perfect. So we went with Brainstorm. And then I also have worked with Chelsea on the Mental Health Toolkit, which is a resource that is available on the CAPS website. And it is a self-help mental health toolkit. You go to the link, and we'll provide a link for that. And it has just an array of different challenges that college students typically deal with. And you can click on whatever challenge that you're interested in, and it'll have a bunch of resources for you to look at. We include TED Talks, different articles that are just educational about different things you may be dealing with. And It's awesome. It's great. We're constantly trying to add more resources to it. So if you have a recommendation, definitely let us know, and we can try and get that on there. But it's a great resource for while you're waiting as well. But now each of the team is going to get to talk about what they do, and I'm going to be quiet for a while.
All right, so I love working one-to-one with students. I feel so honored that I get to do that in this role. It's the best. I have worked with quite a few students that their number one goal in working with me is finding ways to find friends and find connections here at SUU and to maintain those healthy friendships. So that's something that I work with students a lot with, and I've also worked quite a bit with students who are wanting to manage anxiety, similar to Tyler, working on some grounding techniques if they're finding that their anxiety is getting in the way of them doing school or just feeling happy and living their life the way that they want to live it. And so I've gotten to work with a few students building their coping skills to deal with anxiety and things like that. And the other thing that I do is I help out with Mindful Mondays. So that was a event, I guess, started by Dr. Helen Boswell in the biology department. She's a part of CAST, which is the care and support team here at SUU. And so she started this a couple of years ago where she would do a mindfulness activity. They're just 10 minutes long, and she would do them in between classes so that students could join if they had to get to a class at 2 o'clock or so. And so she invited the mental health support peers to get involved with those. And so I've been working with her this semester doing those Mindfulness Mondays. They are every Monday from 12:50 to 1 o'clock and 1:50 to 2 o'clock. So it's the same script for both of those times. We're trying to shake it up from Monday to Monday, but for both of those times, it's the same script. So whichever hour works best for students. And I love them each Monday. I'm like, wow, I didn't realize how much I needed that to just ground myself and have a little moment to not be worrying about the future or worrying about stuff that's happened in the past, but just to be exactly in that present moment. So they're super helpful and they're super fun and quick.
And how do students participate in Mindful Mondays?
Oh yeah, Mindful Mondays are on Zoom this semester. Thank you for reminding me to bring that up. So we have the link for it. If we can put that at the end of this video, Tyler, and then I think we're working on, I know there's flyers in the Health and Wellness Center that have the Zoom user name and password, if that's what it's called. And so yeah, either drop by the Health and Wellness Center and we can give you that information, or we'll put a link to those meetings at the end of this video.
Guess it's my turn. So I work closely with the Center for Diversity and Inclusion, and I'm president of our Pride and Equality Club there as well. So I am just very well versed with cultural and LGBTQIA plus topics, anything from microaggressions to the coming out process, to just having and setting healthy boundaries and stuff like that with family members, friends, etc. Students that I work with at the CDI, I've kind of helped or assisted them with bettering and creating healthy boundaries and having healthy communication. It's just something that as people of color, it's a little bit more difficult interacting at a predominantly white institution. So anything surrounding cultural information and tools and stuff like that is kind of my love passion, I think you could say. And then I will also be starting our tabling that I had mentioned earlier, our Fridays mental health focus. And that's going to be, like I said, addressing specific mental health challenges. And I'm collaborating with Tyler to ensure that we also get information about these videos, because these videos are going to be very helpful for students. I've even gone back and I love just the whole idea, and I am excited to make sure that students use these resources to assist them in any way that is possible, and just be able to benefit from different tools and techniques that they can gain from this. So, yeah.
So I'll tell you a little bit about sort of where the peer program came from and kind of what it was in response to. I know Tyler gave me a great opening for this, so I'm just going to pick that right up and say, again, I'm fortunate to have the opportunity to coordinate SU CAPS mental health support peer program, where I get to work alongside some of the most wonderful folks. These folks are fantastic. They take their job very seriously. Like Victor was just saying, this is passion work. And that's a really important thing. So I'm really honored to work alongside these folks. The SU Mental Health Support Peer Program emerged because of a need and joins the nationally recognized peer program family at SU. So I really want to amplify that this type of peer work at SU has been led by Dr. Jared Tippett and Dr. Eric Kirby's success with the wonderful ACEs program. The mental health support peers joined the fantastic SU peer programs in the Center for Diversity and Inclusion. We all know the beacons. Peer teams housed in the Veterans Center, the Disability Resource Center, the Non-Traditional Student Center, resident assistants, tutors, and other mentors, as well as Dr. Kirby's newly formed LEADS team, and of course, the ACEs. So at the national level, I think it's really important to consider that since 2012, American universities and colleges have reported increases in number and character and kind of mental health challenges. And this is not something that has slowed down since 2012. So the 2012 study published by the American Psychological Association indicated that 95% of school administrators identified mental health concerns as a substantial challenge for their campuses. Since 2012, numerous studies indicate that campus mental health challenges have continued to grow and that student challenges have really increased in severity and presentation. And a lot of really good interventions have been peer programs. So SU Counseling and Psychological Services, or CAPS, created the peer program to be an integrated response to student mental health challenges at SU. The truly wonderful colleagues that I am so privileged to work alongside, the SU CAPS clinicians, we train the mental health support peers. Our team is led by SU CAPS Director, Dr. Curtis Hill, and SU CAPS Clinical Director, Licensed Clinical Social Worker, Deneen Peterson. Mental health support peers are current psychology major seniors, as you heard Tyler let us know, and they bring their skills from their psychology courses to the program work. So they're really standing on the shoulders of what they've developed and what they're developing in their coursework, which is just so useful to the work that they do and makes them so effective. The peers receive training from SU CAPS, like I was saying, in social justice-based intersected skills in support of emotional regulation, as you've heard, effectively responding to students experiencing a myriad of challenges. They're very proficient with institutional policy and protocol, confidentiality, group work, relationship work, as well as gaining awareness of campus and community resources. And they have the ability to make really good, appropriate referrals to both campus and community resources. So just a reminder that current national studies on university student mental health note increased service access, increased severity, longevity, and diagnoses of mental health challenges, increases in mental health hospitalization rates, and academic attrition, of course, is linked with all of these mental health challenges. American university campuses are frequently characterized as existing in the grip of a national mental health crisis. In a time of unmatched institutional growth at SU, which has been fantastic, the SU CAPS mental health support peer team works in a community of care that includes SU CAPS, the SU Care and Support Team, the tremendous peer programs that I've already mentioned, and a campus of truly intelligent, caring, and committed students, staff, and faculty, as well as fantastic administrators who recognize mental wellness as central to supporting students to reach their academic goals and to graduate. And what an honor to work alongside folks doing this.
And I want to echo what Andrea said. I am so lucky to be able to be on the mental health support peer team. I am able to run the Health and Wellness Center. And so, like Tyler had said, the peers are housed here for convenience and stuff, where CAPS is a little bit off of campus. So they're closer to you, the students. And I am fortunate enough to get to work with them every day. I get to see how much they really do care about our students here and how they want to help. And I get to see how skilled they are and how they're continuing to always grow their skill set so that they can better serve all of you. And they are a great addition to the Health and Wellness Center. I am so lucky to have them here because they help promote so much of what the center represents. We focus on healthy minds, healthy bodies, and healthy relationships. And so all of that is holistic health. And the peers, they help teach and are great representatives of holistic health. And so if you guys ever have any needs or any questions regarding health or any other topics, we have tons of resources on campus, and we're like your little hub you can come to get in contact with all of the resources, so you don't have to run around all of campus. You can just come here, and if we don't have them, we'll connect you to someone in the community who does. And yeah, I hope that you all will take advantage of the mental health support peer program. It's something that I think a lot of students are missing out on. And so I hope that you'll use this resource.
Thanks, everybody. So yeah, this is us. This is the team. We're a small team, but we make it work. And I want to echo what Jesse said, and also what Karina had said earlier. I feel very honored to be able to work with SU students, and I feel so honored to work with these people. These people are amazing. I can't say enough good about this whole team. They help me to grow consistently. I've learned so much since working with them. They're some of my favorite people on earth. So grateful to work with them. But like Andrea had talked about, the research is showing that these programs are important. And part of this program is we are involved in a research project. We are doing research to show that these programs are effective. And part of that research is we ask students that meet with us to fill out a survey that gives us feedback on how we're doing, what is effective, what we could do better. And that survey is really important to our research because one, it helps us to improve the program, helps us know how we can do better, but also it just provides data that shows that we are helping, that we are making a difference. And that proof, that evidence, that data is what enables us to get funding so that we can continue to be a resource for students. So we ask that any students who have worked with us in the past, please fill out that survey. If you do come and meet us in the future, please also fill out that survey because we want this program to continue. We want to continue helping students. And we're so grateful that we have the opportunity to serve SUU as a community and to be involved at this great institution and to share the knowledge that we have. But thank you. This will be one of the last of our kind of resource-based videos for Brainstorm. And pretty soon we're going to start having videos where we talk more about different mental health topics. We're getting ready for a video about mindful self-compassion. And we'll get into other videos where we talk about anxiety, depression, how to deal with academic stress, and other resources like that. So thank you, and hope you guys have a great time here at SUU, and we'll see you in our future videos. Thanks.